Good evening, everyone. I'm Gina Cheatham.
And I'm Ivy Hartman, and welcome to the Daily Mix.
Oh my God, Valentine's Day is coming up. And of course, once again, I have no special someone. Well, kind of, sort of, not really, but...
Valentine's Day can put a lot of pressure on a relationship, whether you've got one or not. And there's a lot of expectations, right?
Exactly. And guys never get it right.
That's it. Let's face it. A lot of them don't even know how to plan a romantic evening because picking out a special gift or planning that place to go eat, it can be very daunting.
But never fear, guys. St. Louis has some great options for that special day with your special someone, and we've decided to provide some tips to help you out so you get it right this year. If you're looking for St. Louis's most romantic restaurants, top chocolate, and confectionaires shops, or if you feel like something less traditional and you need some ideas or unique ways to celebrate this special holiday, just go to stlouis.about.com and click on whatever it is you're looking for. And make sure you get it right.
Yeah. Well, the thing I found with Valentine's Day, if I set my expectations low, then I'm always pleasantly surprised.
I understand. And everybody knows tonight is what?
Fat Tuesday!
Marking a day of feasting before the fasting of Lent begins. But this year, don't expect to see the Fat Tuesday parade that's been rolling through downtown since 2004.
And although it attracts all kinds of people, and of course we look forward to seeing the floats from Saturday's grand parade down there, being out in the cold on a weeknight is always a real challenge, right? So this year, they're focusing, instead on Fat Tuesday, they're doing Fat Blues Day celebration at Scott Trade Center as the Blues take on the Winnipeg Jets.
And the concourse will feature Mardi Gras themed games, foods, drinks, entertainment, and lots of prizes. And yes, there will also be a Fat Blues Day Bud Light party tent combo available. Because you know you can't have a party in St. Louis without a little Bud Light.
And a tent.
And a tent, right?
All right, y'all, it's time to get today's Daily Mix.
Let's get to it.
Okay, so we're still in the second month of the new year, so that means it's not too late to make some resolutions if you haven't done so already. So maybe you're carrying some extra pounds, or you're finding that you're always stressed out by life.
And if you need some help focusing your efforts to make lifestyle changes, we understand.
Oh, yes.
There are weight loss challenge seminars put on by BJC Healthcare that will guide you through nutrition, exercise, goal setting, and success strategies related to weight loss.
United Healthcare is also providing seminars on how to successfully manage and conquer your stress. So find out more about the stress seminars, contact Bernadine Lomker at her email, Lomker at her, and if you want to get more information about weight loss seminars, contact Lisa Banotai at Banotai at stlouis-mo.gov.
That's right. I understand that, you know, when life gets crazy and stress gets on you, I like to eat.
Oh, that's a great, yeah.
And you end up sitting there eating, and next thing you know, bam!
Yep. It has all kinds of effects. That's
exactly.
True.
And talking about stress, do you like your job?
Love it.
Do you feel like you're being treated right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, St. Louis's 150 St. Louis companies recently participated in the St. Louis Business Journal Best Places to Work Award.
I love this. So the 46 companies and their employees completed surveys by Quantum Workplace, which measures communication, management, structure, benefits, teamwork, and of course several other factors. Now they're grouped by size and ranked to determine the most employee-friendly workplaces in St. Louis.
And a few of the winners happen to be Travelplex, which won for companies with 50 to 90 employees, the Family Resource Center, which won for 100 to 249 employees, and the Hyatt Regency downtown at the Arch won for employees for 250 to 999 employees.
Yeah.
And for the really large companies with more than 1,000, guess who won?
Well, you know, we've got so many big companies here, so...
Nestle Purina.
Of course, there we go.
Yes. And they showed out at the parade the other day. They had a really pretty float. I I liked it a
That's
lot.
awesome. I'm glad you made it out. Instead of celebrating Mardi Gras, I was celebrating a 13th birthday with my son. So I'm glad you made a showing.
I had a good time. I really did.
So, you know, we don't really feel like this is work, but on the topic of jobs, the nation's largest home improvement chain is on a hiring spree. Home Depot recently announced it's looking to employ more than 80,000 workers nationwide for this very busy spring season. The chain's looking to fill 975 positions right here in St. Louis.
Yep, and the part-time and full-time jobs include sales, operations, cashier positions across all departments in stores, as well as jobs at its distribution centers.
Wow.
The retailer estimates that more than half of those temporary workers will stay on for permanent employee.
That's awesome.
As permanent employees.
Right, I know what you meant. And it's definitely, Home Depot has been the beneficiary of shoppers' increasing shift to renovate their homes in a housing market that's been solid. So Home Depot says that it expects the annual revenue to surpass $100 billion in 2018.
Wow.
So if you're interested in applying, go ahead and apply online at the website on your screen, careers.homedepot.com/jobs-in-bloom or jobs-in-bloom. So select in the hourly, enter desired location, and just go with it.
Yeah, well, that's
Apply
good
for
news
that.
for people
Yeah.
here in St. Louis. Everybody wants a job, needs a job. Nothing like having a job and having something to get up and go to in the morning and feel like, yes!
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that that's a good way. People are fixing their stuff rather than like putting it on the market and selling it or whatever. I know we're going to get ready to do some home improvements. So
And I've got some more good news about employment for St. Louisans. But check this out.
okay.
You know we love our Square Beyond Compare, right?
Yes.
Well, there's this new Wisconsin-based pizza company that thinks they're going to make a move in this market. It's called Topper's Pizza, which currently has 73 operating stores across 12 states and plans to expand into St. Louis.
Now, the first store is not expected to open until the second half of the year, but the company is currently in talks with prospective business owners and franchisees who will sign multi-unit deals for 3 to 5 stores minimum. Now, they'll eventually hope to open 20 to 25 restaurants across the St. Louis region.
Each new store costs about $400,000 to open and has 20 to 25 employees. Topper's Pizza opened in 1991 and is based out of Whitewater, Wisconsin.
Very nice. I don't know. They have some competition here. Topper's Pizza isn't the only thing coming to town. Well, you've heard the saying, when one door closes, another one opens. Well, ever since the Rams decided to relocate to Los Angeles, there's been talk about bringing a soccer team to St. Louis, and it looks like plans for that are finally starting to move forward.
That's right. According to the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, the Major League Soccer has started searching for a stadium site right away, and it's also starting to gather potential owners. St. Louis is one of the strongest soccer markets in the United States. Last year, MLS added 2 teams, and they plan to add 4 more in the upcoming years. A World Cup qualifier was held at Busch Stadium in November.
Oh my gosh, everything sells out like that, anything to do with soccer. And so the league's commissioner said a team could be in St. Louis as soon as, get this, 2020. But there's no guarantee one will come to the area. However, we are all keeping our fingers crossed.
Exactly.
Love soccer.
And speaking of sports, I love this next story because I was a cheerleader in high school, and this resonates with my whole spirit. Over the years, there's always been the perception, though, that cheerleaders were the prettiest, most popular girls in the class. Well, it's about time, whatever, that you change that thinking, and a West St. Louis County High School is doing just that.
That's right. The Lafayette High School Sparkle Squad is a team that brings together special needs students and varsity cheerleaders. Through their volunteer work at Children's Hospital, team captain and senior Caitlin Wiley came up with the idea. Now, the concept for the squad originated from an organization called the Sparkle Effect, which helps students create school-based cheerleading and dance teams that unite students with and without disabilities.
I think that's wonderful. But you know, in high school, so that you know, I ended up cheerleading for the St. Louis Steamers, which was the soccer club.
Oh.
So yeah, I wasn't the popular girl. I had to go off and find my own cheerleading squad, child.
Yeah, you are everyone's cheerleader. She's got so much great spirit.
Thank you. And another feel-good story is the rags to riches story of Barrington Irving, a pioneering pilot and aviation educator. Irving is a master at rising above obstacles. Raised in Miami's inner city, surrounded by crime, poverty, and failing schools, he beat the odds to become the youngest person and only African-American ever to fly solo around the world.
And he recently joined the Honorary Council of Wings of Hope, the St. Louis-based global humanitarian charity that's been helping the world's poor since 1962. He built a plane himself, made his historic flight, and founded a dynamic educational nonprofit. And he did it, guess what, all before turning 28 years old. No wonder he's so easy on the eye.
Wow. And his message for kids is
Yeah.
to have a dream, then have determination, hard work, and a passion for what you want to achieve. The only person who can stop you from doing something great is you. Irving's nonprofit organization, Experience Aviation, works to increase the number of youth in aviation and other science and math-related careers.
Perfect. We're big on STEM, that's for sure.
Absolutely. I think that's wonderful.
Yeah, it's great. And speaking of a little bit of steam, you know, old Union Station used to be the hub for trains. If you head down to Union Station, don't be surprised if it looks completely different. That's right, because crews are working on renovations that will completely transform this historic landmark.
St. Louis-based Lodging Hospitality Management recently unveiled new renderings of the renovations, and they will center on a 200-foot Ferris wheel. Oh, how fun. And also add green space, light shows, and a large fountain to make the area family friendly. And with food, drinks, and entertainment, you can't help but have fun. And inside, you'll also see the old mall area transformed into new train-themed hotel rooms and added event space.
Nice. Now, LHM owns Union Station, which is the same group that owns the Hilton at the Ballpark Hotel. So we know we're in for good things. They plan to spend $70 million on the renovation project, and no word just yet when this project will actually be completed.
Well, I'm looking forward to it because, you know, we used to hang out in Union Station when we were in high school. And so now it's like, they're bringing it back.
Yeah, it's election season, man. We're getting into that season, and lots of ads and everything else.
Absolutely. On March 15th, Missouri voters will finally have their chance to show support for their favorite candidates. Although Democratic voters dominate in both St. Louis City and St. Louis County, Missouri's Republican base statewide has been getting stronger and stronger. And since a new presidency will be at stake, many of the hopefuls in both parties are paying attention to the Show Me State.
Oh, really? We'll feel a little love from all those candidates. Also, besides the primary, voters also have an upcoming general municipal election on April 5th. Now, most importantly, city voters will vote on whether to retain the city's 1% earnings tax. Last year, St. Louis's earnings tax brought in more than $160 million, which is more than the combined value of the city's property, sales, and payroll expense taxes. So the last day to register to vote for Missouri's presidential primary is coming up, February 17th. And to find out how to register to vote, visit sos.gov/elections/go-vote-Missouri/register. That's right, February 17th, so you can vote in the presidential election.
That's a lot to remember, but make sure you do it because it's so important. That's how you get your voice heard.
Absolutely. And something that you can do anytime throughout the year is donate blood. It's a simple thing to do, but it can make a huge difference in the lives of so many. One donation, get this, can save up to 3 lives. I had no idea.
Wow.
An estimated 38% of the U.S. population is eligible to donate blood, but less than 10% actually contribute.
This past Wednesday, everyone got their opportunity to help out St. Louis Comptroller Darlene Green when she hosted the Red Cross Charles Drew Blood Drive, and it was a huge success. She'll be sponsoring another drive in August, and she'll be sponsoring another drive in August.
So we just did one. Look out for the one in August. Make sure you drink plenty of water. And it's definitely a great way to give the gift of life. Well,
Absolutely.
Temperatures have fallen this week, reminding us that, yes, winter is definitely upon us. And what better time to mention the upcoming 16th annual Hardee's Rise and Shine for Heat on February 12th from 6:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Hardee's is offering their sausage and egg biscuit sandwich for the special low price of $1.
100% of all sales proceeds go to Heat Up St. Louis. The nonprofit 501c3 charity focuses on helping area, elderly, and disabled people in low-income families with their delinquent heating bills in Missouri and in Illinois. The operation began in
December of 2000.
And that's right, and it has helped thousands over the years.
It really is. I love the commercials. It's just really a good feeling.
Yes, and I love that sausage and biscuit.
The
sausage and egg biscuit.
So Rise and Shine for Heat Hardee's Restaurant is Friday, February 12th from 6:30
and get your
to 10:30.
heat on.
That's right. Heat Up St. Louis.
That's right.
16 years. So we love celebrating, and St. Louis loves its traditions. And
Absolutely.
February is Black History Month.
Absolutely. Well, you know, Black History Month is every month, but this
That's
is
true.
the
Good
month,
point. Yes.
This is the month that we choose to recognize.
Thank you.
All right,
I
my
agree.
sis- All
That's
right, my sister.
All right, my sister.
My sister.
And so we brought on Nadia Gassetti. Gossety. Thank you.
Close, very close.
So she's with Washington University Special Collections Department, which is really cool because the Eyes on the Prize has been something that a lot of people have heard about and talked about, and it's a big part of history. Talk about Washington University Special Collection and what your role is with Eyes on the Prize.
Yeah, so a lot of people don't know that this national treasure, its archival collection, resides actually here in St. Louis. So the creator of the series, Henry Hampton, he was a Washington University alum. He's also a SLU High alum.
Wow.
And he grew up right there at Laclede and Bruno in Richmond Heights. His dad was a doctor at the Homer G. Phillips, which was the segregated hospital in St. Louis.
He was a surgeon.
Yes, he was a surgeon.
Exactly.
And Henry did not take his father's path in life and became a documentary filmmaker, and he established what became the largest African-American owned independent production company of its time, and that was Blacksite Inc. And they created Eyes on the Prize, which is a 14-hour series that takes you from the civil rights movement beginning in 1954 into the 80s, so that there really isn't an end date, to suggest that that this movement is not over.
Wow, how incredible. Now, I understand, I saw it once when I was younger, and I only saw the first part, but there's 14 parts to the series, correct?
It's a 14-hour series, and it aired in 2 parts in 1987 and 1990, respectively. And actually, PBS is currently re-airing the series, which is very exciting. It's on, you can watch it locally on 9 World.
Right now?
On Sundays at 7 p.m., and that will be through April. And then in May, starting May 6th, 9 PBS will also be airing it. And you have to check in for updates.
Okay, now, if you don't catch it on TV, does that mean, since you all hold the archives for Henry Hampton and Eyes on the Prize, we could come straight over to WashU and grab
You
a copy?
certainly can come in and watch it on site. However, you could also make it one of your New Year's resolutions to go to your local public library. We have so many great public libraries in St. Louis.
Yes, we do.
And they hopefully, very certain they have a copy, and you can get it there.
Yeah. Now, additionally, so there's more to it than just this 14-part series, right?
Exactly.
So tell us what you've got.
So the archive is everything that Blackside created and gathered to make this groundbreaking series. So all the archival footage, all of the interviews, and the interviews are really at the heart of the program. So for the first 6 episodes, it was recorded entirely on film. So it's really remained inaccessible as far as the complete interview, because they used to literally cut the film and take the portions they wanted for the final and remove those. So no one's really been able to watch this approximately 75 hours of content. So we are now working, we've preserved all this material, which means making new film copies with funding from the Andrew W. Mellon Foundation. And now we have received funding from the National Historical Publications and Records Commission to digitize and then digitally reassemble all of this footage and to put it online for free use for anyone. And we already have the transcripts up, which are a great primary resource for students and teachers, and we'll have both of those things up free to the world.
And I think we also, do we have a trailer for the show as well? I think at some point we'd like to roll that trailer so that we can actually see just a little snippet of that.
And I was going to ask you, I said earlier,
here it is.
if you are a filmmaker, are you able to come in and access some of this footage?
Right. So our archive, as with all of our special collections, is open to the public. And so we do serve a lot of filmmakers. We often license footage that we have the rights to. We have rights to all the interviews that appeared in all of Hampton's documentaries, which is wonderful, which enables us to put it online for free educational use. And if we don't have the rights to something, we certainly can help the filmmaker locate the rights owner.
Now, I know that what's next? What's coming up next in terms of...
So one really exciting thing that we established a little over a year ago is the Henry Hampton film series. So we also, one of our commitments of the library and the university is to diversity and inclusion. So we wanted to ensure that people are constantly in dialogue of these topics, African American experience as well as other experiences of other marginalized groups. So the Henry Hampton series invites filmmakers, and it's open to the public and it's free, and we show different documentaries that deal with different issues. So we'll be honoring Maya Angelou, and we'll be partnering with the Missouri History Museum on March 24th. in bringing in the documentary film Maya Angelou, Still I Rise, which just premiered at Sundance last month. So this will be a free first St. Louis screening of this, and it's at 7 p.m. and it's open to the public.
So everybody mark your calendars for March the 24th to see the documentary on Maya Angelou, Still I Rise.
And the director will be there as well.
Oh, how wonderful. Do we get front row seats?
I'll get you some VIP seats.
Yeah, come on. So that me and my friend, we want to be there.
That's right. And you can get a front row seat to seeing Eyes on the Prize by either watching it on Channel 9 or accessing it through the library.wustl.edu/people. / Nadia Gasati. Sorry, that's how we get a hold of you. But anyway, you can find out more about how to get a hold of the archives through you.
Yes, certainly.
Okay, great.
Well, thank you, Miss Nadia, for joining us tonight from Washington University. And you guys, if you need to know more about the film archives, don't hesitate to reach out and call her. And check us out on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. And drop us a line at The Daily Mix at stltv.net. We want to hear from you. That's it for The Daily Mix, but keep it right here on STL TV and do what? Experience St. Louis.
Yep, we'll see you next time, you guys.